I've been waiting for this.
As soon as I sent out that message, I knew that I was going to regret the wording. Anyway, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Happy Easter. Wait, this is Lore Sunday. Happy Hatchingtide. How are... Oh my god, I need to drink some water. How is everybody? Hello. Sorry, I'm so incredibly full from lunch that it's making me, making it hard to think. Which is not great for a lore day, but we got this. Oh my god, look at Nanamo! We got uppies! Holy shit, look at this. It seemed appropriate for Little Ladies Day. And Hatchingtide. I didn't really have a Hatchingtide minion, so... But oh my god, okay, you're back! Look at this. Freaking Lalafell meow meow. Lalafell meow meow. You know what I have to say? When you were dressed like Donald Duck earlier, oh my god, you're doing the Pagaga. Me, Pagaga, wait. We don't know who Pagaga is. We won't know who yes. I wanted to tell you. Meow meow. You have never before looked so much like Donald Duck. This is the most Donald Duck you've ever looked. Yes. Fantastic. This is for April Fool's Day, I'm sure. We've got another one, boys. More Lalafells. Look at this. Impeccable. You know what? Weirdly, I don't know why Lalafell Meow Meow works so well. It's like you're exuding, instead of cursed, it's like it feels correct. It's like the what's the word? Like, I don't want to fall into the Lalafell hater stereotypes and say gremlin, but like the gremlin energies are magnified. The size of his personality. Oh, he doesn't have a small personality, or the size of his personality just exudes even in smaller form, so it's concentrated. Something like that. 55 stream streak, by the way. Congratulations. Look at that. Look at that charm. That's the word I'm looking for. Meow Meow's charm. His charm points are like magnified. So I like Lalafell Meow Meow. All right. Min height, of course. I expected no different. He has never looked more like Donald Duck, which matters so much. Anyway, I'm gonna go start the quest. But before that, wait. Hold on. Come back. Hey, guess what? Oh, right, yeah, we also have a Little Ladies Day dance. So since it's Little Ladies Day, we gotta do it. Ooh, this looks good with the Heavensward monk outfit. All right, let's get going. So, what's going on? 2 holidays at once? What's happening here? Courteous collector. Good morning, friend. Might you be interested in learning about the Hatchingtide festivities? A fledgling festival, Hatchingtide was born of a prophetic dream visited upon a Gridanian maiden named Gilia Leopo. In her dream, the 12 archons of old appeared, those heroes who saved the realm from the destruction of the 6th umbral calamity. So, as a quick recap, that was the calamity of water. And the 12 archons built an ark and helped people survive the floodwaters. And then they went on to found Charlian. Descending from the heavens atop beautifully decorated eggs, they said to Gili, "Arise, young dreamer, and make ready the vessels for our return." And so she did, painstakingly painting and gilding eggs to match those from her vision. Who's he? Word of the prophecy spread, and Gili attracted helpers to assist in her toils. Oh, he is? Wait, where are you? Oh. I'm gonna have to check on Yukoko. Holy F. Where are you located? Here? Like among the NPCs standing around afterwards? How did I miss him? I'll have to look. All right, anyway. F. All right, I'll have to look on Yukoko. Oh, when I'm done talking to him. After the calamity, the festival grew further as townsfolk and adventurers flocked to celebrate the Archons of yore, who many believe had some hand in delivering the realm once again. For this year only, the organizers of Hatchingtide have joined hands. Wait, for this year only? The organizers of Hatchingtide have joined hands with the planners of Little Ladies' Day in Old Daw to create a joint celebration that spans 2 of Eorzea's city-states. All right. He's here. That must be how I missed him, because the fucker is hiding. All right. When I log into Yukoko, I will come back here. Thank you. My main. When I'm on my main, I will go. All right, we've got an egg advocate over here. Hoppy Hatchingtide, everyone. Aw, yeah. So here we have Gilia Leopo, the person who started Hatchingtide. So unlike last year when I did Hatchingtide and Little Ladies' Day, this year I've got the Shadowbringers lore book that has the 3rd Encyclopedia Eorzea, which has information on all of the celebrations. So let me get that right page real quick. Oh wait, I could just use the table of contents like a normal person. Hold on. Here we go, page 54. There we go. Hatchingtide. Among the myriad festivals that decorate the Eorzean calendar, Hatchingtide is a relatively recent one. In the year 1572 of the 6th Astral Era, with the 7th Umbral Calamity looming on the horizon, a young woman residing in Gridania named Gilia Leopo, who is this lady in the egg hat. Yeah, her. A young woman residing in Gridania named Gilia Leopo had a vision in which 12 wise sages descended from the heavens, each sitting astride a large egg. These sages were none other than the 12 Archons, heroes of legend who guided the realm safely through the 6th Umbral Calamity. In Gilia's dream, the Archons announced themselves with these words: "Rise, young dreamer, and make ready the vessel for our return." As the moon Dalamud loomed overhead and news of this vision spread, the people wondered if it was a prophecy, a message that the Archons would once again rescue them from certain doom. From within the murky depths of rumor arose a group of people who attested to having a similar dream to Gilly's, alongside many who professed their belief in her cause. These dreamers decorated eggs in a dazzling fashion, such as all of this. Decorated eggs in a dazzling fashion to match those upon which the Archons supposedly descended, and distributed them all to all and sundry, creating a festival the likes of which the realm had never seen. Although the Archons of Gili's vision ultimately did not appear when the calamity beset the realm, the dreamers were not met with scorn after it subsided. Prophecy aside, the people had found comfort in Hatchingtide and the sense of community it created, and would continue to do so for years to come. Not in the least discouraged, Gili and her fellow dreamers play a pivotal role in the celebration even now. And so, an interesting note I would like to make is that Gili thought Gili was convinced that there would be a second coming of the 12 Archons to save the realm during the most recent calamity. However, it is notable that it is thought that the 12 Archons had the Echo, just like Mister, and just like the Warriors of Light who showed up during the recent calamity, who the people can't remember very well. And in fact, there are it's been said that many such heroes tend to show up around the time calamities happen, perhaps all having the Echo. So in a sense, Gili may not have been 100% wrong in her dream. The egg thing is weird, I'll give him that. But even if they're not the exact same people as the 12 Archons, heroes with the Echo did show up and saved the realm, so not entirely far-fetched. So we've got two Lalafels here. We've got the Royal Seneschal from Hatchingtide. We also have Nonota over here, who's also in the book. Nonota. Hatchingtide has come once again, and I dare say we may have outdone ourselves this time. It all hinges on whether we can see Mistress Leopo's dream realized. And so Nonota Nonota Nota. If Julia Leopo is the visionary behind Hatchingtide, Nonota Nota is its architect. It is her imagination that molds Julie's abstract and oftentimes unintelligible dreams into events that can be enjoyed by all. And it is her analytical prowess that allows her to organize the requisite personnel and supplies at a moment's notice. What exactly fuels her passion for such an endeavor remains a mystery, as surely there are less troublesome and more rewarding professions for a 19-year-old of her talents. So no, Nota is 19, and then Geely, more specific personal information about about Geely. So Gelia Leopo, the first of the dreamers. Gelia Leopo dreams of eggs at the same time every year, even after the passing of the calamity. The Hatchingtide festivities are planned around what these visions show to her, and it is perhaps a testament to this lady of 22 summers winning charms that the event endures despite Eorzea having seen neither hide nor hair of egg-writing archons in recent years. They just think it's fun, you know? People like the egg hunt and like eat peeps and like paint eggs because it's fun. Royal Seneschal. Ah, come to enjoy the Hatchingtide festivities, have you? So the Royal Seneschal is actually has to do with Little Ladies' Day. So we'll get into Little Ladies' Day, but yeah, he is he represents the Seneschal of the past. So we'll get into it more when we get to Little Ladies' Day. But he's supposed to represent the original lady of Little Ladies' Day, Edvia Thorne, her chaperone. All right, so let's start officially now that we got some lore out of the way. Geely. Welcome, my friend. I take it the Hatchingtide decorations have caught your eye? Oh, mister, is that really you? I had hoped I might see you again, but I did not dare assume. Nonetheless, it warms my heart that you are eager to revel in Hatchingtide once more. This year, it was again a dream that sparked my imagination. A dream of a Gubu, massive and marvelous, standing upon the stage. Where else but in Ul'dah, so many mulms away? I've heard bad things about Gubus in Ul'dah, but that's just me. Wreathed in radiant flowers of pink, the darling Gubu held in her hands an egg, decorated most lavishly. Okay, that sounds better. That doesn't sound quite like the Gubu in Ul'dah that I know. And there is but one time of the year when the sandy brown of that city is accented by peach blossoms in full bloom. Yes, I speak of Little Ladies' Day. The message of Mistress Leopold's dream was clear. Combine the spirit of Hatchingtide and Little Ladies' Day to create the most exciting day that jewel of a city has seen. Naturally, we sought out those in charge of the event and brought our proposal before them. It's a pleasure as always, mister. I see ours is not the only celebration which can boast of your selfless assistance. Mistress Leopold's proposal was quite unprecedented, and so confident was she in her vision that she had already secured us the services of a performer and his Gubu companion before meeting with us. Oh. I regret to say, not all in Old Daw share her conviction. Many doubt the safety of such an act, which has brought our plans for Little Lady's Day to a standstill. The trepidation is not without cause, mind you. Some 15 years ago, a supposedly tame Gubu ran amok the city streets, causing untold harm. So this incident actually involved several people we know. Involved Thancred, involved Minfilia, and Flamine. And even, like, it involved the Bronze Bull, who we met in the blacksmith quests. And, those Lalafell twins we met in the Temple of Karn Hard quest line. And, so there was a whole thing. So basically, Flamine and her friends, which included the twins and the Bronze Bull, and Flamine's departed lover, well, at the time he wasn't dead, but, you know, Flamine's lover at the time, Neil Frez, and, they were, you know, Old Daw's influential and active youths, and they wanted Old Daw to take the Garlean threat more seriously, and they had meant the Gubu to go amok to as like to prove a point, like a statement, like y'all aren't so safe. But the dude who was hired to do it, it turns out was an Ascian in disguise. So the Gubu really went ape and killed Minfilia's father, who happened to be a double agent who was pretending to be a Garlean spy, but was actually a double agent for the Alamegan Resistance, which is, you know, relevant to us being in Stormblood now. So, so Minfilia's dad died, leaving Minfilia an orphan. The Flamine and her friends, of course, they did not mean for anyone to get hurt. They didn't mean for anyone to die. And also, Thancred happened to be there and stepped in and tried to fight the Gubu. And that's when Thancred and Minfilia were tied to each other, because he felt responsible for her. And Flamine also felt responsible for her. And that also started, you know, the whole thing going between Flamine and Thancred and Minfilia was because of this Gubu. And it left quite a scar upon the city of Old Daw, because people are still nervous about Gubus amok inside of Old Daw. To this day. But there has been whispers of some helpful Gubus who are just outside the city gates during the calamity. But that's unrelated. When the Seneschal informed us of these circumstances, I got to thinking, we could hold a Hatchingtide event here in Gridania, with a Gubu as the main attraction. Huh? Not only would this lift the spirits of Gridania's people, Banto's not even here. Banto's gonna be here next Thursday. Not only would this lift the spirits of Gridania's people, but it would prove to those in Old Daw that the Gubu poses no danger. Yeah, Gubus outside the wall of Old Daw during the calamity sounds fake. Sounds like something not canon to the game, almost like something players would do. Yes, B? Happy Easter. I mean, Hoppy Hatchingtide. Yes, I'd met several. Oh, witches? I know witches. They just need to pop up more often. Miracles? I think so. Did you start looking up stuff about Umineko outside stream? Yeah. That's Burn Castle and Lambda Delta. We've met them a few times, but very briefly each time. Oh, a friend of yours was playing it. Nice. Cool. I'm glad you know more than one person into it. But yeah, we've met both of those witches. They just haven't had a big role yet. They just keep popping up briefly, and I'm like, I want y'all to do something. Yes. Do you know what episode your friend's on? Yeah, players don't line up on mounts during events. This hasn't happened before. This has never happened. This hasn't has ever happened. This hasn't has never happened. I know exactly where they're at. So they're basically done with episode 2. Congratulations to your friend for finishing episode 2. All right. Not only would this lift the spirits of Gridania's people, but it would prove to those in Ul'dah that the Gubu poses no danger. Surely that would put any doubts to rest. This never unhappened. Showed you the picture of Battler on all fours being walked around in a chain like a fucking dog. I thought you were around for that. You didn't. I must have described it to you, and I think you were agog and aghast when I described it to you. Now you got to see it yourself. Oh, so you saw it again? You saw it again. The start of his L era. You forgot with all them bullshit about Banto being sweet. And on a redemption arc after doing that. It's wild. It's a wild time. In fact, the performers have already arrived. Nanota and I were treated to a display of their show, and I must say, never have I seen a Gubu so pretty and sweet. Oh, pretty and sweet Gubu. Oh. Out of all the paths forward we could have taken, this seemed to be the only one which might please all parties. I came to Gridania at once so I could act as a witness for my peers in Ul'dah. Yeah, we need to show him this was you once. Since you're here, might you accompany me to the show? Someone as well versed in this realm's beastkin as you may be singularly qualified to tell us just how docile this Gubu is. Just to remind him of something called reality. Well, I'd hate to see Miss Aleopo's dream shattered. As would I. While I'm certain that there is nothing to fear, having a stout arm by my side will be most reassuring. Well then, all is settled. The show of a lifetime awaits at Bent Branch Meadows. You had best not tarry. Oh, you gotta be careful, B, because there's a Geva in Final Fantasy XIV, and I love her. And she actually lives in the town we're in right now. I know you're talking about Eva Beatrice, but if it's Lore Sunday, be careful about the Geva. FBI's most wanted, L and Geva. You meant Beatrice Eva? Yeah, of course you did. I'm just saying. Fuck Geva positive. Oh, like that, huh? Damn, apparently she has kids, so somebody did. Agreed. Let us make our way there and speak with Aldemund, the performer in charge. Oh, I can hardly wait. I know, good for her. She mentioned at one event, like, my kids. I'm like, you have kids? Or my little ones. And I was like, you have little ones? I know, there is a mini Ronove in here. And the Ronove actually is mini in the game, too. So, they were like, do not tarry, but I will tarry because this is springtime and we need that bright springtime daylight. So I'm gonna pivot and do some job quests. Why is there a mini Ronove in here? Crazy. Milady, have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with a free trial? I'm happy to see you too, B. So, I'm gonna get going on some monk quests. Monk. Actually, samurai might be even more pressing. I'll start it. Eric. Good old Eric. This man distributes the lore. Compared to him, you are nothing. A fistful of resolve. Professor Eric eyes you with a look of self-satisfaction. Ah, mister. Dim though you are, I would swear you possess an innate ability to sense when you are needed. And on that note, I have a task for you. Your fellow brute, Wiederkelt, some matter or other weighs heavily on his mind of late. Knowing him, it can only pertain to Alamigo, but the stubborn oaf is determined to keep it pent up inside. Loath to trouble me with it or some such nonsense I shouldn't doubt. Yeah, I have not played Monster Hunter yet. You say that like I hate fighting. I don't hate fighting. Like no, I'm interested in playing. I'm interested in playing a Monster Hunter that's like a good one. So actually, O'Neill was recommending me some recently. But the reason why it came up, B, is that there's a permanent Monster Hunter crossover in this game, Final Fantasy XIV. Yes, there's an actual permanent crossover. There's a side quest where you can fight Rathalos, the dragon. So that's the only Monster Hunter monster I know is Rathalos because of Final Fantasy XIV. And if you beat Rathalos enough times, you can get a Rathalos mount. That would be cool. I know the producer-director likes God of War, and God of War influenced Final Fantasy XVI, who had a lot of the same developers as this game. So, I mean, I'm sure they would be fine with it. Persona might be a stranger fit, but weirder things have happened. I mean, there was a Fall Guys crossover, so anything is possible. We pulled off a Fall Guys crossover. And there was Yokai Watch and Dragon Quest and Nier Automata. We're actually, B, next Sunday. Oh, B, are you kidding me? Persona and I are old news. Though, I will say, I haven't done Persona 1 and 2. And I have some friends who like swear by 2. So if like, and I know there's 2 games of 2, if it like got like remastered and put together. I mean, look, there's Persona right there. I've got Akihiko as a redeem. Akihiko Persona 3. I don't know where the redeem comes from. Shush! Dan!
I've been waiting for this.
Oh, you know what? It was right before you met me, B. Just a couple of months before the Bloodborne subathon where you met me, I was actually streaming Persona 3 Portable. Just a few months earlier than that. You just barely missed me streaming Persona 3 Portable. So I did technically stream Persona. I also played Persona 4 a long time ago. And Persona 5. Oh, well, Persona 3 is all the rage right now because Reload just came out. They weren't on the streaming list because I've played them before, and I didn't think... If I play a game on stream that I've played before, I have something about it I want to say. Or if I'm like wanting to play the sequel to something, I might play the first one as a recap. But I don't think I have anything that profound to say about Persona 4 and 5. Persona 3, though, I felt that I did, and I definitely wanted to revisit. I wanted to revisit Portable once I found out it was getting re-released. But then they released Reload right after, which is totally like overshadowing Portable again, and they're not putting my beloved female protagonist in Persona 3 Reload again. But I'm glad Persona 3's had a bit of a renaissance. So if you have enough money to try Reload, I bet you'd enjoy as long as you're okay with being in the same tower over and over and over and over. Tartarus is Tartarus no matter what, as far as I know. But yeah, I have some friends who swear by Persona 2, and I gotta try it sometime. If they redo that, I'd be very interested in getting it. I just don't know if I can play it that easily at the moment. I've never played Persona 1. I know it was on PSP for a bit, so I coulda. Oh, you do? Who is it? Is it you? Do you really like Persona 2, Rowan? Yeah, they weren't mainstream by any means, but at least Persona 1 got re-released on PSP, and I had the chance to play it, but I didn't take the plunge. But at the same time, nobody ever seems very enthusiastic about Persona 1. People go apeshit for Persona 2 and onwards. Only 3, 4, and some of 5? Oh, right, you didn't finish Persona 5. Yeah. I'd say at the... Yeah, so anyway, I've been playing Persona for over a decade. I know what I'm about with that. I've never 100%ed a run, though. That would be nice to do one day. Like follow the guide to get all of the social links. I've never managed that. But anyway, that aside, let's get back to the man who distributes the lore. Your fellow brute, Wiedergelt, some matter or other weighs heavily on his mind of late. Knowing him, it can only pertain to Alamigo, but the stubborn oaf is determined to keep it pent up inside. Loath to trouble me with it or some such nonsense, I shouldn't doubt. Hydrate, thank you, I should do that. Ha. I might try Persona 3 Reload at some point if it goes on sale. I would have pre-ordered it if it had female pro tag, but it doesn't. Anyway. Loath to trouble me with it or some such nonsense, I shouldn't doubt. But you, my friend, you are as a brother to him. If there is a man alive in whom he would be willing to confide, it is you. For the hopeless idiot's sake, I bid you to go to Revenant's Toll and place himself at your disposal. Yeah, Beatrice. Beatrice, the protag. I also want to pick up Samurai while we're here. These are both job quests we should get on ASAP. But yeah, in case you didn't know, there's a version of Persona 3 that was released on the PSP that ended up implementing improvements from Persona 4, because it came out after Persona 4. And one of the new things they added was an option to do female protagonist. And then and it's actually very different. Oh, not a big PSP guy. It is ancient technology now. Find one episode that is entitled Golden Witch. True. Your social links are different. For one, you can actually have a social link with everyone in your group. There was like this weird thing in Persona 3 where I think they changed it in the new version that just came out. But in the original version, you couldn't actually have a social link with everybody in your little friend group, like your party members. You couldn't, your male party members, you could like have a social link with your female party members and date them, but you couldn't have like a social link with your bros. It was so weird. But with the female protag, you could have a social link with everybody in your team, even Koromaru the dog. And wait, did Koromaru have a social link? No, I don't think he did in the original. And also, have you experienced a little bit in the Persona games you've tried where even though the protagonist doesn't talk, it kind of feels like he has a personality because of the kind of like dialogue choices you're presented with? The personality that the female protagonist in Persona 3 projects with the dialogue choices is like radically different than the male. Oh, you didn't actually play, you were like watching it? That is the problem. Okay, never mind. All right, well then I won't get into the nitty gritty then. Just the vibe and the opportunities with characters are different in the female version, and the social links are different. And there's a character who dies in the plot who you can save only in the female protag storyline if you complete his social link. Because you can romance him and love wins. You can the emotional attachment he has to you like lets him hold on. Yeah, they went there. It's so cool. It's really good. He's still out of the party because he's like not doing so well health-wise, but he doesn't die. It's really cool. I won't tell you who it is, especially if you decide to get reload, but yeah. Anyway, our boy Momoziko. I mean, I don't want to. No. I I know. But you know, other people might be listening who don't want to be spoiled for Persona 3. I don't know. Anyway. This is Momozigo. As a little recap, I was taught how to become a samurai by a dude who was performing in Olda, and Momozigo was like his manager for the performances, and so we had many adventures together, and unfortunately my master has since passed on, but his legacy continues in Momozigo and I. So Momozigo has we're still buddies, and we can bond over our dead grandpa. Momozigo is wearing a sheepish look that suggests a favor is coming your way. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, a woman had come calling on Musosai at the inn. Judging by her appearance, she's a compatriot and a samurai. Musosai is said grandpa samurai master. Our dear departed Peepaw. At that time, I couldn't bring myself to break the news to her, you know, that he's dead. But in hindsight, perhaps it's best that it came from you anyway, seeing as you were Musosai's pupil. The visitor is in front of the quicksand. You'll recognize her by her dignified air. Yeah. More dignified than anyone living in Olda. All right, let's go see her. Rip Grandpa. Yes, Momozigo was the little green shit I was talking to, yes. He's my buddy. Right, dignified samurai. Hello. You appear to be a samurai, yet you are not of our land. What are you doing, white boy? May I ask who addresses me? Well, that you should be Master Musosai's pupil. Tell me, where might I find him? I'm sorry to break the news to you. That's Mr. Final Fantasy. Oh, here in front of me, we're meeting her for the first time. Tell me, where might I find him? All right, wait. Tell me, where might I find him? I'm sorry, but it's a... Yes, my character. Yeah, on the left, that's my character, Mr. Final Fantasy, in the samurai getup. Is that the way of it? Words cannot well express my sorrow. I had the honor of being acquainted. You haven't looked at him until now. That's really funny. I mean, he is the generic pro tag. I did it on purpose. Is that the way of it? Words cannot well express my sorrow. I had the honor of being acquainted with your master in the past. Permit me to introduce myself. I am Makoto, of the Sekisegumi. Ours is the peacekeeping force of Kugane, a port city in Hingashi. I journeyed across the seas, hoping to meet with Master Musosai, but it seems I must settle for paying my respects. Might I trouble you to show me to his resting place? The Silver Bazaar, you call it. Samurai Jack, except for glasses, pretty used to be a FF Pro tag. But speaking of female pro tag. Oh yeah, don't worry. I've also been all over Mass Effect. Mass Effect was like the huge thing I was obsessed with in 2012. I was like salivating for Mass Effect 3 to come out, and then it was a wild time when Mass Effect 3 came out, let me tell you. But no, I had a great time. I was a Garrus romancer. I am in your debt. Let us away then. Alright, so we have met Makoto. Garrus is rather dope. I like to think I don't have bad taste. I did romance Caden and ARR. Oh my god, I'm getting so Final Fantasy 14 poisoned. Well, do you think I have good taste, O'Neill? Anyway, I mean, Caden in Mass Effect 1, but I dumped him for Garrus, and I've done that like twice. I keep dumping Caden for Garrus. It's like, I can't quit you. Oh my god, the uppies. Alright. I'm gonna continue the monk quest until morning. Let's get Revenant's Toll. Waiter Gelt, what are you being angsty about? Also, we're twins. Oh wait, he changed clothes again? Oh no, he simply died. It's this but died. He could never escape the shiny yellow. Alright. Nice work, Chaka. The fruit of my efforts. Aw, they're back to training together. That's so sweet. No flirting or cheating on the side, 100% commitment. Pretty sure. Yeah, I was pretty committed to Garrus, yeah. Maybe a little flirting. A little flirting in Mass Effect doesn't hurt anybody. Anyway, Wither Guild. Good. That will be all for today. You have done well. I am pleased with your progress. You always say that, Master, but we're nowhere near where we want to be. Not even close. Indeed, and besides, any progress we make, we owe wholly to you. Damn right. I like their new outfits. Good for them. Damn right. Without your guidance, we'd be going nowhere fast. My guidance. Mister, I'm glad to see you. Things are well here, as you can see, but, Dizensa, Ochaka, you may go ahead. I would speak with Mister. Those two grow stronger every day. Shadows darken their way, no more. Their purpose is clear. Would that I could say the same of mine. You see, I've received an offer. The Resistance. They asked that I rejoin them, lead one of their units. Hey, I've been helping the Resistance too. Funny you should say that. Huh? Once, I would have jumped at the chance, but no more. No longer do I live for revenge. Thank God. You were so annoying when you were like that. You and the professor showed me it is not the way. So I will turn down the offer. I would focus not on fighting, but rebuilding. But what is within my power? Beyond the battlefield, how can I serve my homeland? Well, first of all, you're one of the only surviving members of the Fist of Ralger. They're gonna need you just for religious shit alone. At least once we get the Garleans out of there. Forgive me. I should not trouble you with this. It is my answer to find. But first, I will give the Resistance their answer. My thanks for listening, mister. He still agonizes over it. Aye, hardly the state of mind to be in for such an important meeting. Isn't there anything we can do? Not us two. His pride will not allow it, but you, mister. He opened up to you just now, did he not? I dare say he will do so again. We're terribly sorry to impose, but could you please follow Master Wiedergelt? Watch over him in our stead? Oh, so you get to check, you get to be like which cat girl you have a crush on? Really? All right. Ochaka is the one on the right, and Dezensa's the one on the left. First person in chat to tell me which cat girl to favor wins. Ochaka is on the right wearing white, and Dezensa's on the left wearing black. First person in chat to choose their cat girl with a crazy name wins. Come on, you guys. You don't want to choose a cat girl? Dezensa? Is that what you mean by desensitized, Dan? Or are you desensitized to cat girls? I need clarification. Yes and yes. All right, for you, Dezensa? Of course. Wait, what? Who? Me? Oh, she looks touched. Oh no, she's shy. Mister, do you, reckon you could look in on Master Weedlegelt for us? Oh my god, that was so cute. What the fuck? Oh yeah, I'll do it. Oh. She got really shy. He is bound for Little Alamigo, I believe. Okay, that was unexpectedly super cute. Let's go. Maybe Dezensa's not used to special attention. Oh, Wiedergelt! Oh, you're in Little Alamigo. Whee! Gundaball, what is up, my man? It seems that the Alliance forces have at last begun to move. I hear you too have been fighting to free our homeland. You've my thanks, mister. Of course. We've been doing what we can to help. By keeping the immortal flames informed and sending supplies to the Resistance. Though I wish we could do more. You would bear witness to my resolve? Very well, brother. Witness me. Oh, this must have been after, Mad Max Fury Road came out. Witness! Have you made up your mind then? I have. Your offer does me great honor, but with respect I must decline. My days of vengeance are over. I see. That is your decision, and I shan't press you further. Yet I would be lying were I to say I'm not disappointed. With your mastery of the fist, your contribution to our struggle would have been immeasurable. I am sorry. Do not be. Remember, fighting is not the only way to serve one's nation. We, each of us, must find our own path to walk. Our own path. There is a place I would be. I take my leave of you. 'Tis plain you know Wiedergelt better than most. That's not saying much. If you are indeed his friend, as I mark you to be, I needn't tell you to be there for him. Alright. I have to look for him again. Bro, can you stay still for a second? Oh, that would have been sick if I could. Oh, I can escape through here. Pog! Alright. Did you know you could fly through the roof of Lil Alamigo like that? Oh, he's in the other side of Lil Alamigo? Damn. Bro, hold still. Whee! Ah, there's a giant snake in Little Alamigo. It's flying. What is it? Oh. You're at the little marker for Ralger. This is the symbol of Ralger the Destroyer. Are you having a crisis of faith? To find me here. You know me too well, mister. The mark of the Destroyer. My people bore it here when the Empire came. The risk was great, but their faith was greater still. Alas, that faith has all but faded, wiped away from the motherland. The Garleans suffer not the divine. They allow us not even the solace of worship. By Ralger, I now know that which I can do for Alamigo. Okay, I'm glad it didn't take him so long to figure it out, because that's what I thought of immediately. Like, bro, they need you religiously. Anyway. I didn't mean to hit that button just now. The corner of the encyclopedia hit it. Anyway, but by Ralger, I know now that which I can do for Alamigo. All along there was but the one path. Let us return to Revenant's Toll. There I will tell all. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, Ralger? He is risen on this Hatchingtide. Or rather, his comet is falling. Is that something? No, I'm just kidding. Da-da-da-da. Ochaka! With your help, Master Wiedergelt has found his path. Thank you, mister. Zensa. Glad to see Master work things out. Eric! What's up, my man? I doubt not that Wiedergelt is in good hands. After all, who should know a brute better than a fellow brute? Wow. Thank you all for coming. I have found my calling, and I would share it with you. I will go to Girabania, and there revive the Fist of Ralger. Woo! thing you've ever said, Weedergelt. And that's not saying much. Well then, we're coming with you. We won't let you out of our sight. Not until we've repaid the debt, at any rate. Suffice to say, I too shall come. The lands of Garabania harbor countless mysteries, and such knowledge as I possess will doubtless serve you in your endeavor. Eric is also from Alamigo, if you guys remember. And you, brother. Can I count on you as well? I'm with you all the way. Yeah! I am glad. Your presence gives me heart. The mission will not be easy, but I will not rest until I succeed, and the Fist of Ralger is returned to the land. This I swear. On that inspiring note, I shall go and make ready, and Weedergelt, pray do not forget what we discussed. That's mysterious. What's going on there? Eric walked right through me, man. We will depart anon. Pray see to your preparations, mister. Well, first I have some holiday preparations to make. Let's go find that Goobu. Oh my god, there she is! Meow meow! Oh my god, you have an egg. What an egg. Egg! Egg! Do I have eat egg? I don't. I wasn't old. I wasn't. Mr. wasn't here for eat egg. Egg! Need to point at you. Where's point? Point. Oh, you can do that from the chocobo. That's funny. All right. So we've got the Royal Seneschal. I don't believe I've ever been this close to one before. Look, isn't she pretty? Look at her, isn't she pretty? Pink Goobu. All right, Aldemund. Oh, didn't see you there. Can we help you? Greetings. I am the Royal Seneschal in charge of making Little Ladies' Day most memorable for all ladies of the realm. Mistress Aliapo has informed us that you have quite the show prepared for us. Oh, we've been waiting for you. You'd be hard-pressed to pick your jaw up off the floor after you see what my Petey has in store for you. Petey! I've been watching over her since the day I found her wandering the wilderness all by her lonesome. We spent ages looking for her family, and now I suppose we're all each other has. Petey? A lovely name, to be sure, and those flowers, are they peach blossoms? I dare say she is the very picture of a Little Ladies' Day princess. She's a little princess. I'm glad to hear that. And I know Petey is too. She's thought of little else since the moment Miss Aliapo came to us with her peculiar request. There's nothing in this world we love more than hearing an audience cheer. And I think this time we'll learn that and then some. We call this one Egg Surprise. Go on, Petey. Oh, bunnies! Bunnies! That was astounding. Impressive, ain't it? And all it took was a few glamour prisms. Of course, that wasn't where the genius was required. Glamour prisms sure are useful. Banooey! It took us days and nights of racking our brains to figure out how to capture the spirit of 2 celebrations. In the end, though, I think we did about as good a job as could have been expected. Damn, that came straight from the dev's heart, didn't it? Now, here comes the rub. Ever since we arrived in Gridania, PT's been a little on edge. Hate to see her like this, but I think I figured out what's causing it. As you just saw, she's got no problem performing in front of an audience of 2, but when a whole gaggle of revelers showed up not too long ago, she just froze up. I see. She must not be used to such large crowds. Luckily, I managed to save the show by climbing atop her head. That set her mind at ease and helped her find her courage. Oh, comforting weight upon your noggin. Upon her noggin. Gonna go get another Dr. Peppy. Sounds good. Yum yum. But I ain't as young as I used to be, and my knees are already crying out in protest at the prospect of climbing her again. Oh boy, feeding time. Dang, that means it's still a feeding time soon. Maybe after this. But you, on the other hand, I reckon you got plenty of malms left in those adventurers' legs of yours. I mean, I am a monk. If my legs weren't up to snuff, I'd be in trouble. Might I trouble you to join our merry troop and support PT during her star turn? All you have to do is climb atop her head and toward the crowds. Show them our act, and tell the spectators to come to me for an egg of their own. Still plenty to go around. Leave it to me. PT! So cute! Look at my princess. Alright. It is time to feed the cat. So I will be right back, and here's hoping it stops raining by then. I'm back, and let's see about PT. Aldemund? Trust me, PT will love having you aboard. Now's our chance to get these eggs into the hands of the eager Gridanians. She's too timid to wander off on her own. So if something else demands your attention, she'll make her way back to me. Now get out there and give Gridania an egg surprise. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, here we are. 2 PTs? 2 of them. 2 of them. Meow Meow is so small upon her head. Mister is looking quite monk-like. Oh yeah. So many PTs. Oh my god, she can fly! Enthused man. They said the show was over here, didn't they? Perform an egg surprise before the spectators to spread Hatchingtide cheer throughout Bent Branch Meadows. I didn't realize that even before you finish the event, when you just have her for this little mission, she can already fly. I never tried that before. All right, egg surprise! Check this out, dude. Woo! What did I just see? Oh, this must be that performing Goobo I heard so much about. Good show, good show. I think I'll get an egg of my own to remember this by. All right. Curious lass? I don't see any eggs. Is this the right place? Find anything yet? Oh, they're doing egg hunt. All right, are y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Oh yeah, bunnies. That was amazing! The rabbits were so adorable. And that crown of peach blossoms is so pretty. I wonder if they give them out with the eggs. Let's go find out. You might have to go to Old Daw for that one. I don't know if your parents want you walking that far. Oh, I know you, Chocobo Keep. I heard the Hatchingtide festivities would be held here this year, but I've seen nothing out of the ordinary. Oh yeah? Then guess what? Guess what, buddy? Egg surprise! Aw, yeah. Oh my stars! What manner of... Oh, you're promoting Hatchingtide? Yes, yes, I knew that. Of course. Splendid trick that was, truly. I never knew Goobus to be adept at anything besides eating. But you've expanded my horizons. Mayhap I'll partake in the festivities this year after all. Look at her high quality textures. Look at this girl's textures. They're like, we readied this thing for the Dawn Trail graphics update, baby. It's gonna look so good in July. The spirit of Hatchingtide is alive in Gridania. Return to Aldemund and tell him of Petey's courageous performances. And so, hopefully we have proved, hopefully the Royal Seneschal will be able to convince people in Old Daw that PT is good, is a friend. And yeah, this is cool, because when you get close enough you just automatically dismount and PT is here. It's kind of cool. Technology. While PT's expression is inscrutable, you sense gratitude radiating from her. She seems to have enjoyed herself. Oh, I enjoyed myself too. Royal Seneschal. This just might work. An Aldemond. Good work, mister. Same goes for you, PT. I could hardly pass around the eggs fast enough. Roar! And it looks like PT's managed to conquer her fears. Let's hope these ovations are enough to conquer the seneschals. Ah! There's not a single egg left. Good work spreading the word, mister. Although I've been but a bystander in affairs thus so far, what I've seen has been truly inspiring. PT is possessed not only of a kind heart, but the soul of an entertainer as well. I would have her be the main attraction of our stage in Old Daw. On behalf of the Little Ladies' Day Planning Committee, I invite you to our city as honored guests. Well, I'm not one to decline such an eager invitation. Consider it accepted. But first, I'd best tell Miss Leopold that she'll be needing more eggs. Go on, Old Daw. We'll find our own way there before long. Wonderful. Then I shall depart at once and make the stage ready for your arrival. Ahem. You've already helped tremendously already, but there's no denying that PT is taking a shine to you. Might you watch over her in Old Daw for a while, just until she becomes accustomed to the crowds? Yes, I will hold her hand. Of course. Her PT's emotional support, mister. The Scooby's got herself an emotional support here. Let's go. Let's go. It's emotional support here time. Do y'all have an emotional support here? My emotional support here is Sicard, who we're not even gonna meet for like 3 more expansions. Every stage is different. Well, I guess 2 expansions. Every stage is different, so it might take a while until PT finds her footing. But her desire to see the people smile can't be doubted. So she'll shine brighter than all the jewels in any merchant's coffers. Your emotional support here is streamer Starlight Katie. Dan! Aww, Fortola is your emotional support here. Good. I'm a here. You heard it here, everybody. I'm not a corporate. I'm actually a Final Fantasy 14 character. Or actually, wait, that doesn't work. I'm not a human. I'm a Final Fantasy 14 character. PT appears excited for her next adventure, bringing joy to the hearts of the realm's little ladies. Thought you were a Lalafell? You say that and you're shorter than me? You're shorter than me in the game and in real life now. I can't believe... I can't believe Rowan and Spectre are real life Lalafells. Oh, look at the peach blossoms in bloom in beautiful Old Daw. Now we get to the second half of this. Royal servant. Good day to you, adventurer. Have you any questions regarding the history of Little Ladies' Day or Hatchingtide? I am at your service. What is Little Ladies' Day? We are here for the lore. Once a year, when the peach blossoms come into bloom, Eorzea celebrates all the lovely and spirited young maidens who bring such joy to our realm. The origins of the holiday can be traced back to events that happened some 3 centuries past, when the Thorn dynasty still reigned in Ul'dah. We went over that last year, which I think was a fantastic Lore Sunday episode. If you want any recommendations of what to see on the YouTube VODs, last year's Little Ladies' Day episode I think was pretty great. The plucky Princess Edvia, tired of being sequestered within the palace walls by her overprotective father, the Sultan Baldric Thorn, exchanged garb with a miller girl and wandered off into town in search of adventure. Upon learning of his daughter's disappearance, the Sultan was stricken with panic. He summoned the palace guard down to the last man and ordered them to tear the city apart to see that no harm befell his precious princess. And tear the city apart they did. The poor miller whose daughter assisted the princess in her escape saw his house nigh ripped from the ground, while the family was threatened with imprisonment and worse. To the good fortune of all, Princess Edvia was soon found just outside the palace walls, where when she confessed the true reason that she had run away, her father was racked with guilt for his actions. He had the miller's house rebuilt by his most skilled craftsmen, and offered to personally serve as seneschal to the miller girl for a day to atone for his actions. The common folk were deeply moved by their sultan's newfound compassion. The sultan himself, vowing to never forget the lessons he had learned, declared that each year he would serve as seneschal for a young girl chosen from the townspeople by lot. And since Baldric Thorn has long since passed on, the seneschal is now like a ceremonial role, which is what this royal seneschal, this very suspiciously Ronove-like Lalafell. Dan, you're here again. Suspiciously Ronove-like Lalafell. That's what he is now. He's the seneschal for a young girl chosen from the townspeople by lot. The tradition continued long after Sultan Baldric's death, living on even as the Thorn dynasty gave way to the Ul. And then, you see I've got Wind Up Nanamo? Wind Up Nanamo is from the Ul dynasty. In time, it spread to other nations, where it took on new forms, eventually evolving into the Little Ladies' Day celebration that we know and love today. Who was Princess Edvia? Princess Edvia was the one and only daughter of Sultan Baldric of House Thorn, the Huron noble house that ruled Ul'dah some 300 years ago to the day. Her disappearance from the palace, the commotion that followed, and its eventual resolution, oft retold as the legend of the Lost Lady, are said to represent the origins of the celebration we now know as Little Ladies' Day. Ediva. Oh, I effed it up, didn't I? It's spelled Edvia. You've been saying Ediva. Gotcha. Oh, no worries. I think I got her mixed up with her descendant, Alditha. So since the order is more like that, I was like, was I thinking of Alditha? Anyway, hello B. I will stretch. That's the prompt. Her disappearance from the palace, the commotion that followed, and its eventual resolution, oft retold as the legend of the Lost Lady, are said to represent the origins of the celebration we now know as Little Ladies' Day. It is said that before the events of that day, relations between the spirited princess and her stern overly protective father were strained at best. The father claimed to love his daughter dearly. The form this love took was the stifling sort. The princess's disappearance and return changed everything. Sultan Baldric gained a newfound respect for his daughter's independent nature, while Princess Edvia realized that her father's treatment of her was born of simple misunderstanding, not lack of love. The bonds between the two grew only stronger in the months and years to follow, and the two came to be celebrated as the most ideal embodiment of father and daughter that the realm had ever seen. What is Hatchingtide? We might as well get everybody's perspectives. Well, Little Ladies' Day and Hatchingtide have up until this point been two separate events. This year, the organizers of each have joined hands to bring twice the festive spirit to the realm. As you may already know, Little Ladies' Day is even now being held in Ul'dah. Oh, really? I couldn't tell. Well, Hatchingtide is filling Gridania with smiles. If you have the time, I urge you to take your fill of excitement at both celebrations. What about you, Royal Handmaiden? Confetti! Let's get some peach confetti. Aw, yeah. Well, now that it's getting to be nighttime, and I want this to be a nice, bright spring day, I think I'll go back to, I think I'll go to the next monk quest. How you doing, Ochaka? Come on, let's get going already. Oh, have a bit of patience, will you? You're not a child anymore. Indecision is writ plain on Wiedergelt's face. Return of the monk. Are you ready to depart, brother? Good. The professor has already left. He makes for a village called Alagana. There, he will take the measure of the land. I would strike out soon as well, but one matter troubles me still. The creed for a new Fist of Ralgr. With all due respect, Master, but at this rate, we'll never get to Garabania. You are right. Sometimes the answer cannot be forced. Mayhap it will come to me on the road. Very well, let us away. Thank you for saying something desensitized, Desensa. En route, I would make a stop. The place is called Schism. Monks once trained there. And revisiting the past, we may better walk the future. Da 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 da. I'm gonna start out in Castromorians. I can't fly yet! Actually, it might not be the worst idea to take some of these quests at this point. Actually, these ones probably aren't that pressing. I changed my mind. I'm just gonna go the monk quest. There we go. Leshy, don't aggro me challenge. Good job. There we go. Schism. That's Ralger! My chakra fairly hums for the surfeit of ether. 'Tis plain this was but another ancient battlefield in Garabania's bloody history. Heh, you feeling it? 'Cause I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. As a child, I came to this place. We faced fearsome fiends that we might open our chakra. In returning here, I hoped there would be a spark, inspiration for a new creed. But it is not so simple. The Fist once taught that through the pursuit of strength, one can approach the sublimity of Ralger. A teaching our forebears followed to their undoing. In pursuit of strength, they sought the power of rule. And by that power, they were destroyed. Our creed must rise above that dark past, or it cannot light the way unto the future. Nay, we must find a new path. This is sounding good to me. Well, there's nothing like a journey for finding paths. Let's keep moving, Master. Something will come to mind before you know it. So I pray, Dzensa. So I pray. But yes, let us continue on to the peaks. East to the village of Alagana. There, Professor Eric awaits us. But before that... I wanted to look at the lore for Schism. I can't fly yet. So let me find the right page. In a time out of mind, seeking to approach the sublimity of Ralger, a man began pummeling a mountain with his fists. After decades of nigh ceaseless striking, he succeeded in forming a great cavern in the mountain. This nameless soul is revered as the first monk of the Fist of Ralger, and this temple was later built here, within the hollow he had created. Flightless K-fan here. This OST is so sad. You love it? Great! Said like a true Umineko fan. Hello, Yaya. And, damn. There was a dude who punched a mountain so hard that, like, he got revered and a temple got built where he punched a hole into a wall. Ooh, spooky. Wait, is this the hole he punched was this big? Are you kidding me? Pretty nice lore, yeah. Yeah, Lore Sunday with Mr. Final Fantasy, my guy. There are ghosts in here, damn. Did he punch these guys to death? Damn, the ghosts really want me. Storm of blood, all my fallen brothers, leave me alone. That's as far as I can go in here. Okay, I get it. Still pretty impressive temple. Leave me alone, storm of blood, born from blood of our fallen brothers. Leave me alone. Oh, if I can get up there, I can get some tasty. I need to fly to get up there. God damn it. Once I can fly, then you will see more lore. All right, let's go to Alagana. Which is Lisa's hometown. Zensa? People live here? Damn, girl! You'd be forgiven for thinking it's deserted. Man! So mean. Alagana. When I return here, I remember the day the Temple of the Fist was raised. On that day, I was training, like all the days before. Then, without warning, we were attacked. We, all of us, fought bravely, even little ones like me, desperate to protect our temple, our home. But it was all in vain. One after the other, we fell. All the while the temple burned. Oh no, sad Wiedergelt. Some few of us managed to flee. Me with my closest brother, Adri. We stumbled into this village, smoke billowing behind us. But when I looked around, Adri was not there. I never saw him again. Forgive me. Now is not the time for sorrowful recollection. Come, let us look for the professor. Go on then. Join the bloody resistance. Add to the pile of corpses. That's the only difference you're gonna make. You're wrong. I'm going to make a real difference. I'm going to train hard and honor Ralger, and he'll grant me power. That power couldn't save the temple, our home. What makes you think it's going to save us now? Don't be a fool. No matter how strong you become, you'd still be the one man. You'd still be one man against the might of the Empire. Say what you will, but my mind's made up. I'm not letting the bastard Imperials take any more from us. You just take care of yourself, you hear? Souls crushed to submission, the fire in their hearts extinguished. To rekindle hope within such people, that must be the purpose of the new fist. Praise be, I have it, our new creed. To those who have had their homes stolen, their loved ones taken, naught is more desirous than strength. the strength to protect that which they hold dear, which you could learn through the Fist of Rauger and become a monk. As long as you keep it secret from the Empire. Well, well, I see you have found your answer, and rather more quickly than I had expected from someone who'd sooner strike rather than think with his head. You know, I hate to say that Eric and I were kind of on the same wavelength here, you know, judging from prior experience. I like Wiedergelt a lot better now. He's chilled out and is, like, doing quite well in Stormblood, I would say. With the Order's purpose thus established, we may consider the question of place. I regret to say, however, that the old temple grounds are currently occupied by the Resistance, and there is naught to indicate that they will vacate anytime soon. The grounds hold symbolic meeting, a fitting stage for reviving the Fist, but ultimately, the physical location matters not. Our mission lies in the spiritual realm. Within people's hearts, there we will rekindle the faith, and all may know the solace of worship. That, as they say, is the spirit. Now then, I shall report on how matters stand in the region. But few Fist faithful remain, even accounting for those who practice in secret. Nor has there been any trace of the Sect of Shadow, not since their misguided leader's downfall. See, Monk quests heavensward. Save for those who came over to the light, such as our two cat girls, it is safe to assume that his ambitions died with him. Them looking at each other. We have a long road ahead. That much is plain. But we will see our journey through, one step at a time. And the first step begins here and now. Great! So, what do we do exactly? We hold a demonstration. Give the people tangible proof. Proof that the Fist is returned. Mister, first impressions last, and you are the first among us. Among us. As such, I would entrust this task to you. You may leave it to me to round up the villagers. I shall cry up a veritable storm for the coming spectacle. Amogus. Amogus. Zensa, Ochaka. Take the wooden dummy, set it up on the village outskirts, and Mister, limber up, and tell me when you are ready. Limber up, all right. This is how we limber it up monk style. Where's the... Here we go, battle stance. Aw, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Limbered up. Yeah, baby. Perfect. Striking dummy. A training mannequin of Alamegan make has been set on the ground. In the ground. Ochaka. Zensa, will you calm down? Oh, please ignore her. No mercy, mister. Sweep the leg. Oh, I got that. Leg sweep. Oh, I can't use it yet. Baynard? Looking at doing quarry stuff, huh? Suppose I could try dragging this stone along the ground if no one comes to help me. That doesn't sound advisable. Alright. What do you want me to do? I limbered up. Not many came. Far fewer than I had hoped. But no less of a show we will give them for it. Sweep the leg, get behind him. Come, brother. Your performance will mark the revival of the Fist of... let me take a drink. Come, brother. Your performance will mark the revival of the Fist of Ralgr. Lead in with a true strike. Follow it with a dragon kick, then finish it with a boot shine. That's not a combo! Waitergelt, the hell are you asking me to do? Oh, use form shift to do true strike first? Okay. Okay. So I got true strike. Okay. Woo! Next, dragon kick. Woo! And now, boot shine. Oh yeah, mister, let's go. Hey, ain't that the Fist of Ralgr? But I thought all the monks were gone. Good people of Alagana, I'm Wiedergelt, proud son of Alamigo, and brother of the Fist of Ralgr. All know the sad tale of our order. Years ago, the King of Ruin, the Mad King Theodoric, laid our temple to waste. Our faith was lost to the people. But without faith, it is people who are lost. For to lose faith is to lose hope. But we need hope now, in this bleak age, more than ever before. So I come before you today, and I beseech you, join me in reviving the Fist of Ralgr. Let us restore hope to the land. You can't fool us. You just want soldiers, fodder for the front lines. You're no different from the accursed masks. That must be the resistance. So it was in the past. No wait, the masks. Anyway, let's... Putting that aside, so it was in the past. Our order was seduced by power, swore allegiance to the royal family. We monks were little more than tools of war. But that was the Fist of old. The new Fist serves no king. It hungers not for glory. It thirsts not for blood. Nay, friends, it seeks only to protect that which we hold dear. A Mr. Final Fantasy style, Fist of Ralgr. Protect. Ralgr is the destroyer. As his disciples, there is but one thing we ought to destroy: our own weakness. Therein lies the strength to protect. Therein lies hope. I will not lie. I am no great warrior. My forebears would put me to shame. But I am not alone. Nay, I have stout comrades beside me, who are no less dedicated to the cause. Wiedergelt, this is the coolest you've ever been in your life. Nice going. My foremost pupils, Dezensa and Ochaka. And Mister, whose sublime skills you just witnessed. Oh yeah, Mr. Show Off. Let's fucking go. Ah! Ooh, Mr. gets to show off. How cool. Mister, please say a word to the people. Oh, are you ready for pain? Join us. Let us begin anew. Are you ready for pain? To bring you hope, we will give our all, every ounce of our being. This we solemnly swear. All right, yeah, if that didn't get them over to our side, I don't know what the hell would've. I'm bringing the pain! No. Oh, this is funny. My cousin and I were watching a UFC fight, and this is basically the UFC job in Final Fantasy. Wait, I want to show my cousin. He's here right now. Battle stance. Yeah. All right. UFC. I think I said the wrong thing before. Anyway. That went great, I'd say. Everyone was hanging off every word. Master Wiedergelt spoke from the heart, and the villagers couldn't help but be moved. I'm very proud of him. I'm proud of him too. You know what? I'll hand it to Wiedergelt. He's come a long way. Aw, I can't just hit the striking dummy at will anymore. My thanks, mister. Your performance paved the way for my words. All present lent their ears. No few opened their hearts. Already villagers have come, seeking to learn of the new fist. A fine first showing. Yeah, that ruled, actually. Our forebears will doubtless be pleased. By restoring the fist, we honor their memory. I shall commence the villagers' training at once, initiate them into the fundamentals of the faith. When that is over, we may continue our mission. Till then, pray see to honing your own skills. Ere long, they will be called upon again. Well, I'll leave him to train the villagers then. Maybe I should take one of these. Hidden Hearth. Would you be up for doing some heavy lifting on my behalf? One of the wheels came clean off my cart the other day. You'll find 4 sacks up in the storage area. Give them to my sister, Bent Frond. She works at Byron's Bread. Hidden Hearth and Bent Frond. Last week we learned that Byron's Bread is the local little farm plot near Alagana. There's a lot of ramps and stairs, like a lot of ramps going up beside the mountain for Alagana. Gellin. Gellin's house is somewhat breezier than usual. Would you mind giving me a hand? I've not got long left. It's the least you could do. I've been living in this house ever since I got married. And it was never what I would call a good nick, but it is mine. However, recently a huge crack appeared in the wall. I'd repair it myself, but I don't have the necessary materials. Do an old woman a favor and slay 3 earth sprites. You'll find some by the ziggurat. Bring back their cores and we'll see if this house can't be fixed. You know what? I respect it. Lady asks for a reasonable favor, and she's willing to do the real work herself, despite being an definitely she should be putting her feet up, enjoying retirement, and letting the young boys do all the work. But she's only asking me to go out and fight things. She's willing to do in the house DIY. Mad respect, Gellin. Like, I think Frey, I think Esteem would be cool with this favor. I think Esteem would be like, oh, not bad, old lady, you know? Thavnarian limestone. Right, this is what the other lady wanted me to bring to Byron's Bread. A lot of Thavnarian limestone. I guess it's not Alamegan limestone. Also, what's... oh. my friends left the village quite some time ago. I would be lying if I said I hadn't considered joining them. Had I gone as well, there would be hardly any young people remaining. Yeah, somebody needs to help around here. Now let's run out this way. I think the last forest is quite pretty. So apparently, the Gridanians who were out here during the Autumn War were like really dragging this forest, or like, or actually I'd have to double check the lore. It might have been the people from the Shroud who fled here during the flood. But it might have been the Amdapori who were dragging the forest. I don't feel like double checking at the moment. I said it last week. Actually, you know what? Since I'm like spouting bullshit, I might as well check. Yes. It was the Machi and the Amdapori who saw this and was like, damn, this is a shitty forest. And I'm like, they have no taste. Just because the trees aren't freaking enormous doesn't mean they aren't pretty and have character. Honestly, the black mages and the white mages of the War of the Magi were all assholes anyway. So I'd say the Nimians were probably like nice to the forest, except I doubt many Nimians ended up getting evacuated here, because for one thing, Mach already effed them up, turning them into Tonberries, and the ones who weren't turned into Tonberries, they know how to freaking use a boat. They were fine. They didn't need to get evacuated up this mountain. Don't be mean to the forest too. I like it. All right, bringing the limestone to Bentfrond. Got business with me, have you? Ah, thank you. I'd been wondering when Sister would get these to me. I know you must be tired, but would you mind scattering these limestones around the fields here? I'll pay you for the extra work, of course. Open up the sacks you brought here and scatter the limestone evenly all over the fields. Ooh, interesting. I guess limestone is made out of dead creatures, so probably some nutrition. Fine work. Here's your reward as promised. But yeah, there's more desert and empty space than trees, which I'm sure is what those forest people were thinking when they got here and slandered it. But guess who grew up in the forest? I mean, in the desert. Me. I grew up in the desert, and I think it's charming. Definitely a better forest than anything I grew up around. Oh, okay, that's not true. There was up in the mountains near me. There were like pine trees and stuff, but I think these are more charming than pine trees, personally. Fine work. Here's your reward as promised. Erebania is not blessed with the most fertile of fields. Nothing would grow if we didn't spread fertilizer around from time to time like this. Likewise, our village wouldn't exist were it not for the quarry, but We cannot expect it to provide for us any longer. So that's why they have to get that Narian limestone. Oh, my poor back. I spend every waking hour working these rocky fields, and for what? One of the most pathetic harvests I've ever seen. Oh, keep at it, girl. I believe in you. You can call it charming. I think the issue is calling this place a forest when it doesn't qualify. What if I tell you this is the closest thing to a forest this entire... Actually, that's not true. The part that's part of the... There is a part of this area that's bordering an actual enormous forest that is a little more forested. But as far as like, if you put aside the fringes of a giant forest, this is the closest to a forest this area gets. I was about to hit the stretch redeem when you mentioned your back. There was this lady talking about her back. Yeah, there's depressing stuff about this area, but I like the high desert, and I like desert flowers and like little. I think the trees are cute. I will stand by it. I think Final Fantasy 16 may have colored your perception a little bit. Most Final Fantasy games definitely have depressing parts, but 16 was like particularly depressing. I'd say those two. Okay, that's not true. Final Fantasy X has ecology elements, but it's more of in a spiritual way. Final Fantasy X is more about ecology in the sense that nature can be an unstoppable force. It's not so much about saving the planet, though. I'd say those are the most... Yeah. 7 is like that. I'd say those two are the most like that, though. Look, Mister's got a car now. Check this out. I got the Final Fantasy 15 car. Speaking of 15. His ride, he's just driving him straight up the stairs. He doesn't give a shit. Because, you know, this is how cars work. Aw, yeah. There we go. I know, the mount speed is only so fast. He's very slowly cruising. Bigger mounts always look like they're going slower, and small mounts always look like they're going faster. My take on 15 is Ignis is my favorite character, and I want to give Royal a shot. I know, I don't think... No. The thing is I don't like how much of the plot and the reason why you should care is decentralized. I was excited for 15, so I had actually, like, followed a lot of the side content, like the spin-off anime and the Kingsglaive movie and stuff, and that stuff was cool. I thought they were gonna reiterate that stuff in the game, but no, the game just kind of assumes you watched all of that. So it kind of was a little... You're missing a lot if you don't, like, consume a whole bunch of different things. And then, even if you did consume them, it would have been less awkward had they had just reiterated themselves and given you a reason to care. The main character is Arden. Is that the twist? Because I didn't actually beat it yet. That's why I said I want to give Royal a proper shake. I guess I could say that about Persona 5 also. I also want to give Royal a proper shake there too. You're making a joke. Okay. I was just gonna say, I wouldn't be shocked if that was a twist or something. I know he's the bad guy. And I had like... Car's legit the Batmobile. You want to impress you with your knowledge. I know. It's so good. I got the Batmobile. Mister's got a brand new car. All right, lady. Here's the materials for your home DIY. Wish I could fly. I cannot. You best not have come back without those cores. There is not a crack in the realm that cannot be mended with paste made from one of these Earth Sprite cores. Lovely. I'll get to work breaking these up right away. And I just need to mix them into a paste that I can apply to the crack. That should stop it from reappearing for a few years yet. With any luck, I won't even be around to see it crack again. Apparently, the very ground we stand upon used to be part of the quarry. And one day, someone decided to start using it as a rest area. Eventually, a house was built here. One thing led to another. Before anyone knew it, a whole settlement had popped up. Anyway, that's enough stories for one day. Thank you, lad. We learned a little lore about Alagana. This is such a quarrying town that the town popped up out of the quarry. When the quarry stopped providing for us, we decided to build our homes in it instead. I've seen a crack or two appear in my walls lately, but I'd still put money on this house outliving me. Alright, let's go back to Ul'dah now that it's daytime. It's raining? Fuck! That's lame. I'll do it. All right, fine. Ah, you arrived. You'll be glad to know that I've managed to win over the planning committee with my story of PD's show. Ul'dah's gates will be cast wide for her arrival. If she is amenable to the idea, I would have her be the star attraction on this year's stage. But the first order of the day is to spread the word. If we tell the citizens what we saw in Bent Branch Meadows, it is my hope that they will welcome PD with open arms. And if her show is a success, then we will have managed a celebration which spans from Gridania to Ul'dah, painting smiles upon the faces of all the realm's little ladies and egg fanatics alike. I shall stay here and drum up what interest I can. Mister, pray head to the steps of Thal and do the same. Meet me at the stage afterwards, and together we can shower PT with applause. Would be even better if it was sunnier, but I'm just gonna deal with it. Nonchalant citizen. I didn't know goobos were capable of anything more than mindless eating. Are you sure this show isn't just watching a beast chomping on hay? The crowds of Gridania gave her a standing ovation. Well, when you put it that way. Besides, it's not as if I have aught else to do. All right, look for me among the crowd. I will. That's a promise. Distracted citizen. A Goobu performer? Aren't they dangerous? I suppose a friend of mine was raving about the show she saw in Gridania. It's the very same. I suppose it's worth a look. Alright, looking for one more elegant citizen. A Goobu? Here in Ul'dah? Oh, that dredges up terrible memories of the rampage I witnessed as a child. She was there. Did she see Minfilia's father die? How do you know that won't happen again? Have you seen this Goobu with your own eyes? Yes, and she's as gentle as a tame chocobo. Is that so? Well, I see no reason why you would lie to me. Very well. I shall go. Perhaps in this way I can conquer my fears. Traumatized! Thanks, Asians. The time of PT's performance draws near. Speak with the Royal Seneschal before she takes the stage. Yeah. Oh no, she's scared. Oh, Petey, it's okay. Altamund. This crowd's got even my knees shaking. I can't imagine what Petey must be feeling. Oh yeah, also look, the songbirds are here. Thank you for coming. And I will next is the main attraction. It'll be excellent. Such grace. Oh, there's the girl we just talked to. And there's the first guy we talked to. And this is the one waving the sticks is the second lady we talked to. The second person we talked to. So It'll be okay, guys. The songbirds are opening for us. Actually, that's a horrible amount of pressure. It'll be okay. My thanks, mister. It seems word has spread even further than I had hoped. And while this is cause for celebration, PT appears to be intimidated by their expectant gazes. Look at her. Of course, you could just hop on her head and she'd calm down just like that, but we can't lean on you forever. Why don't you rally her spirits with some encouraging words, mister? Seems she's warm to you, and I'd reckon she'd appreciate whatever you have to say. She can dazzle them. She just needs to believe. You can do it, girl. Come on, mister. Rally her spirits like you would your allies before a death-defying battle. Oh, hell. All right. All right. Come on, girl. You can do it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's okay. Truth be told, this is her first time performing alone in front of so many people. I can see why her legs won't listen to her heart. Little Ladies' Day needs its princess! Ooh, you're our princess, PT! That did the trick. You really got a talent for lifting the spirits of the downtrodden, mister. We are in your debt, truly. It's almost time. Lady Aleopo should have arrived by now. Mister, pray join the bystanders and give PT your heartiest cheer. Roar! PT is ready to take the stage. Join the other bystanders to see what she has in store for Old Oz little ladies. Your words were like a drop of water on a hot day. I reckon PT might even like you more than me. I wouldn't go that far. The show shall start anon. Go on, join the crowd and lend your voice to the cheers. Whoa, we got even more cheerers now. Look at this. A bunch of people showing up. Or maybe they're like really big fans of the songbirds. Ooh la la, look at me! Oh yeah, we got fans. I'll talk about these three in a bit. Next is the main attraction. And now for the final act. Bedecked in blooming flowers, this Gubu princess has prepared something unforgettable for all the little ladies out there. Bunnies! This is just how I envisioned it in my dream. And to think I ever believed Gubus were not but wild beasts. Oh, I simply adore her. If Hatchingtide is even half as thrilling as this show, I'd best catch the next airship to Gridania. All's well that ends well. The little ladies get a great show, and Hatchingtide gets more egg seekers. Their smiles are like so many flowers in full bloom. PT will be the talk of Old Daw for moons to come. That she will. That she will. I have to thank you, Miss Aleopo, for giving us both the chance to bring a little brightness to so many lives. Good job! My girl! Oh, they started going again. I've left Nanota in charge of goings-on in Gridania. Oh, would that she could see my dream come alive. Well, now that we read Nanota's lore, that makes sense. Because Nanota's the one who's more into actually running the event. Nanota's in logistics. I reckon Petey had the most fun out of everyone here. Oh, ah. Petey appears elated by the crowd's reaction and gazes at the stage longingly. Ah! We came so far. She's Gubu and she's Grace. Thank you, Petey, for bringing joy to the citizens of Ul'dah, especially its little ladies. That was better than I could have imagined. Hatchingtide and Little Ladies' Day both will be remembered as the highlights of the year. Couldn't have done it without your help, mister. We'll both be looking back on this experience with fondness for the rest of our lives. Speaking of which, I got to thinking maybe it's time I leave this performance business behind me and let Petey spread her wings. I think she'd be more than happy by your side if you'll have her. Petey with me? You still think having a Gubu in Ul'dah is a bit insensitive? At least they were conscious of it. And they had somebody who was well respected in Ul'dah. They had somebody who was well respected in Ul'dah watch the show before going to tell people, no, this one's good. But as a concept, it is a little, I know what you mean, Goal. But at least they were conscious of it. But anyway, PT with me? I know, Thancred will never know. Yep, Thancred doesn't need to know about this. But also, old man, why would you give a Petey? As for me, I have it in mind to find a place to settle down and rest these old bones. I'd hate to tie Petey down just when she's found her passion. If you bring her along on your adventures, she'll be able to deliver smiles to corners of the world I've only heard tales of. Aww. How could I say no? Truth be told, I only asked you as a formality. I know I've placed her in good hands, mister. I look forward to hearing of her exploits as I while the days away. You know what? Good for you, dude. And thank you. Petey and I will have many adventures. I don't mean to be rude, but I am required in Gridania. Nanota must know just how perfectly my dream manifested. Give the lass our regards, eh? I'll stay here in Ul'dah until the festivities and who knows, maybe longer. Maybe this is your retirement spot, huh? Get a place in the goblet or something. And with that, allow me to thank you personally, mister. No princess in all the realm could have asked for a more devoted seneschal. And that includes Petey. Seeing you dote upon her so dutifully reminded me why I volunteered for this position in the first place. Although Petey's show has concluded, Little Ladies' Day has not. Pray enjoy all that we have prepared. And don't be a stranger in Gridania either. pink. Woo! She's Gubu and she's Grace. The crowd is as lively as I've ever seen it. Would that Petey could be our star every year. I know you and Petey will have adventures wilder than any I could ever imagine. Make sure to visit and regale me with your tales, eh? Such grace. So we've got lots of people looking at watching the songbirds. Ooh la la, look at me. Things are just heating up. All right. So a little more about Little Ladies' Day. Little Ladies' Day. The tradition began with the legend of the Lost Lady and bloomed into a grand celebration wherein every little lady is treated as a princess. During this special time of year, the Royal Seneschal lovingly organizes events to recognize and inspire the realm's ladies and their doting seneschals both. 3 centuries passed, so 300 years ago. The plucky Princess Edvia, tired of being sequestered within palace walls by her overprotective father, the Sultan Baldric Thorn, exchanged garb with a miller girl and wandered off into town in search of adventure. Upon learning of his daughter's disappearance, the Sultan was stricken with panic. He summoned the palace guard, ordering them to tear the city apart to see that no harm befell his precious princess, and tear the city apart they did. The poor miller, whose daughter assisted with the princess in her escape, saw his house nigh ripped from the ground, while the family was threatened with imprisonment and worse. To the good fortune of all, Princess Edvia was soon found just outside the palace walls and was quick to reveal the truth of recent events. Racked with guilt, the Sultan had the miller's house rebuilt by his most skilled craftsmen and offered to personally serve as seneschal to the miller girl for a day to atone. Rumors of this unforeseen display of humility were quick to spread through Old Daw. So well received were they, in fact, that the Sultan declared one day from each solar year on which he would select via lots a common girl from the city and serve as her personal seneschal, as he had done with the miller's daughter. Thus started Little Ladies' Day. And so Little Ladies' Day is known to host the idol group, the Songbirds. So in our center in the Songbirds is Ulala Ula. At 16 years, Ulala Ula is the youngest of the Songbirds, a trio of gifted performers formed to breathe life into the Little Ladies' Day festivities. She and her little brother were born to a Plainsfolk father and a Dunesfolk mother, and from a young age, Ulala assisted with the household cooking, cleaning, and sewing, skills that she takes great pride in even today. Yes, she does the cooking, yes, she does the cleaning, yes, she does the idling and singing and dancing. Anyway, her true loves, however, have ever been song and dance, and she has pursued her dream to become a famed songstress with unshakable dedication. Between rehearsals, she can often be seen with her head buried in a book. Ooh, so she likes to read too. Wow, just like in my Space Channel 5. Right? Pink-haired girl with the ponytails, pigtails. And, so the reason why they remark that she's got a Plainsfolk father and a Dunesfolk mother is Ulala Ula is a female Plainsfolk Lalafell name, but she's got Dunesfolk eyes, being the like opaque eyes where you can't really see the pupils very well. Dunesfolk. Ulala. Oh, it may be intentional. With the pink hair too, I would not be shocked. And here we got Narumi Kakeya. The eldest of the three songbirds, Narumi Kakeya was born 21 years ago to a merchant from Hingashi. It was while accompanying her father on an expedition to Old Da that she was recruited into the group by the Royal Seneschal. And though at first she found the prospect of performing in a foreign land daunting, she pushed forward in an effort to overcome her bashful nature. Suffice it to say that, in spite of her father's opposition, Narumi has finally found her voice. Good for her. Oh, it's sunny now, thank God. And finally, we got, Masha Makaraka. Makaraka? That sounds familiar. The third of 5 sisters, Masha Makaraka, left her home in the Black Shroud to follow in her elder sister's footsteps and make her fortune in Olda. Masha has been enamored with dance for most of her 19 summers, but it was while sending off a friend in style that her performance was espied by the Royal Seneschal. Struck by her sheer talent, he immediately recruited her to the Songbirds. So she's Nashu's sister from Hildebrand. Hildebrand Manderville's assistant. Nashu Makaraka is her sister. Apparently there's 5 of them. But yeah, that's the Songbird lore. Alright. There's one more thing I'm gonna do. So this is gonna be a little bit of a short stream because my cousin is here and we're gonna hang. But I'm gonna do one more thing. I want to push the samurai quest until they expect me to go across the sea. As you know, I have not gone across the sea yet, but I want something to be waiting for me. There we go. Ulala is a crane game figure you can get in one of the Yakuza games, but not one of the games you'll be streaming. Oh no! No! Alright, Makoto ran into some trouble. Desperate mongrel. There's no mistaking your blade work. Indeed, Master Musosai trained you. Forgive me for standing idle as you thought, but I had to make certain that you spoke the truth. Master Musosai took on pupils, you see, but any doubt I may have harbored has been utterly dispelled. Oh, Master Musosai seldom took on pupils, you see, but any doubt I may have harbored has been utterly dispelled. Now then, let us continue on. Now she knows for sure I am a disciple of Musosai. I am his true last student. There he is. There's Ippaw's grave, overlooking the Stormblood sunset. A beautiful ocean view. He will surely be at peace here. As you may know, Master Musosai had one other pupil before you. Ugetsu is his name, and he is wanted in Hingashi for the murder of countless dignitaries in the Bakufu, our nation's government. Though his weren't the hands that wielded the blade, Master Musosai created the killer, and in the eyes of the law, he was deemed no less responsible. As a samurai, he was expected to commit seppuku in order to atone for the crime, but he refused. As a result, he was branded a craven in Hingashi. But naught could be further from the truth. Master Musosai fled not because he feared death. This I knew in my heart. And beholding your blade work, I know now what it was that he sought to do. He wished to make amends by training a new pupil. Such was the shame he felt. Death was not sufficient atonement. Nay, the only way he might know peace was to begin anew, with a worthy successor who would bring him honor. Know that Ugetsu is no common killer. He is a notorious insurgent who seeks to tear down the status quo. No few samurai sympathize with his cause, and every day more rally to his banner. A notorious insurgent. He stares down the telescope. Right. For a time, he remained in hiding, but our operatives report that he has recently resurfaced in Kugane. By all indications, he is poised to strike a heavy blow against the Bakufu. 'Twas for no other purpose but to petition Master Musosai's aid that I journeyed here. Alas, it was not to be. As I came, so too must I return, alone. My thanks for showing me here. Brief though it was, 'twas an honor to meet you. You took her to see Musosai? Doubtless he was happy to have a visitor, and one from his homeland besides. So the wayward pupil is up to no good again. Oh, actually, I totally did the wrong intonation for that. You took her to see Musosai? Doubtless he was happy to have a visitor, and one from his homeland besides. So, the wayward pupil is up to no good again. It's certainly worrying, but there isn't much outsiders like us can do. We can only hope that Makoto and her comrades will triumph over this Ugetsu. I'll let you return to your business, but pay me a visit from time to time, you hear? It's lonely without the old man around. Oh, I'm sure it is. I won't let you be lonely. Ah, mister, I have a letter for you that arrived at the inn. It's from Makoto, the Hingan samurai who came all the way here seeking Musosai. I can't imagine what it might be about. Let's find out, shall we? Dear mister, I pray this letter finds you well. You received me with kindness when we first met, and I write to you in hopes of depending upon your kindness once more. You will recall what I told you of Ugetsu and his growing faction of insurgents. Upon my return to Kugane, I was dismayed. Okay, pretend a bunch of time skipped, but because of time constraints, I had to do this right away, right? Upon my return to Kugane, I was dismayed to find that his influence had spread to alarming proportions. Outbreaks of violence have become a regularity, and the men and women of the Sekisegumi struggle to maintain order. Each day we fight, and each day our strength is shorn further. The enemy, it shames me to say, completely has our measure. I shall speak plain. We are in desperate need of aid, and I beseech you to lend your katana to our cause. As Master Musosai's last pupil, your skills would help us turn the rising tide. I know full well that I ask much of you. To journey halfway across the world and involve yourself in a struggle not your own. Yet ask I must, for should the Bakufu fall, the realm would be plunged into chaos and innocent people would be subject to untold suffering. With all my being, I pray that you will answer our call, and ere long we shall meet again in Kugane. Sincerely yours, Makoto. Musosai's first and final pupils pitted against each other. There's certainly poetry in that, and you can take comfort in the knowledge that you'd be fighting on the side of justice. As Makoto writes, though, it's a lot to ask, and the decision is yours to make. But for my unsolicited opinion, I reckon you should do it. For the old man, if for no one else. All right. Well, maybe one day I will make it to Kugane and answer the call. Stay tuned. All right. So, apologies for the short episode today, or rather, the length of a normal person's stream. But, I need to end the stream here, so thank you for hanging out with me in here. Let's see. Let's raid. Oh, is Kiwi online or not? Hold on. I think I need to reload to see who's on. All right. Huh? You wanna? Yeah. Oh, by the way, we got a special message.
What's up, everybody? Chris, hi. I'm Katie's cousin.
Everybody say hi, Chris.
Hi, fam.
Oh, and Dell's here too. Oh, Rowan said hi, Chris.
Hi, Rowan.
Hi, Chris. This is from Dan.
Hey, Dan. Hey, what's up, man? Heard a lot of nice things about you. Hope we can meet one day.
Chris is not the one who worked in the casino. He's the pharmacy guy. You're not technically a pharmacist, but you're like...
My job title is clinical scientist.
Clinical scientist. Oh, Dan says we probably will meet, maybe. Tell, like, that was the other guy. Way to out her. Oh, it's fine, you guys. Anyway, yeah, Chris and I are gonna go to dinner, and then I'm gonna take him to the airport. So, yeah, I think they're really pleased to meet you.
Yeah, awesome. Good to meet you guys. Hope you all had fun today.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna send you safe travels, says Dell.
Thank you. Thanks, Del.
All right, now that was sweet, wasn't it? All right, I'm gonna send you guys off to Gravy Robber, who's playing Xenogears. Pretty old school. Did you play Xenogears? Oh yeah, it was, wasn't it? Oh no. Xenosaga is the one with Cosmos. This is the like PS1 robot one. Ah, gotcha. Dan hasn't played Xenogears either. But Gravy Robber is an OG 14 player. Not quite caught up, but was around since like 1.0. So, right, raid's going out. And thank you guys very much. You haven't even played Xenoblade 3. I heard Gravy Robber has opinions about Xenoblade 3 as far as I know. Gotta get on that at one point. I think Gravy's playing through like all the Xeno games. And so Xenosaga eventually too. All right, well thank you guys so much for the Hoppy Hatchingtide to all of you. And Little Ladies Day. And have a great day, everyone.